Greetings everyone and welcome to the SMOOREZ archive. Basically, this is all my old videos that I had on my first channel and then my current channel back when I was doing sneaker videos, and most of the time I really don't know what I'm talking about, but just roll along with it. After my channel became what it is today, I stopped doing sneaker reviews and took them all down and never intended for anyone to ever see these again. However, after many months of thinking about it, I've decided to re-release these videos in a re-edited form that's much better than the original videos I posted. Stuff like my intro and outro as well as my watermark are changed, and parts that I feel pace up the video are also altered. I did these DHGate Cheapo sneaker reviews for entertainment and educational purposes only, and I do not endorse the sales of any Replica products whatsoever. This intro will be on each archive video, so just to warn people in case they stumble across this and think it's a brand new video from me. But anyways, enjoy these crappy terrible videos that get slightly better over time.
We have an unexpected parcel that showed up today. I wasn't expecting this for at least another week or so, and it turned up today. So this is pretty much a spontaneous video, so let's jump right into this and see what we have. You already know, because it's already in the title, what these are. It actually says it doesn't come with a box, but I asked for a box, and I seem to have got one. If it's a high quality one, I'm not too sure. But the reason why I bought these was because of the reviews, and the seller was pretty good on DHGate. So I'm hoping we've got some decent goods in here. So let's open it up. I'm seeing a squished box here. I have to be careful not to stab myself. Oh, I think I did. Yep, I did. First time ever. I cut my finger. I was about to say, I've never cut my finger while opening a package, and it happens. It's definitely looking like an off-white pair already, with the whole Nike swoosh on the front. It is a very smooshed box, but it doesn't really matter. If you've seen my off-white cross Jordan 1, pretty much the box looked exactly like this, kind of. Just a little different though. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. This box is made from recycled material. I bet it isn't. Here we go. Let's have a look and see what I got. Sweet! Also, I forgot to show here the 10 Nike Air Vapormax and FK for Flyknit, UK 10, size 11, all that sort of stuff. Let's break out these shoes and see how they are. They're very light, I'll say that. So here are the shoelaces that came with it. Neon orange on the left and neon green on the right here. They don't say shoelaces or anything like that, anything silly like they had on the Air Jordan 1s. But it's nice to have extra shoelaces. I mean, I don't think I'm going to put orange or green laces in black Vapormax shoes. There's a piece of... Oh, this is the tissue paper. They didn't even bother to print anything on it or anything. They just... Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I don't really care. It's just, honestly, tissue paper never protects anything. It's just silly. But they included a free silica gel. Do not eat. Throw away. It's a desiccant. I'm not going to eat this. What do you think I am? Anyways, box out of the way. Let's have a look at the off-white Vapormax shoes here. Now the real deal goes for about $1,300 US, or about $1,700 Australian. I paid $44 for these pairs, so let's go around them and see what they're like. Around the shoe we have the Nike swoosh, which is stitched right into the shoe here. We also have Air, which is printed on there. There's a little orange tab. The Flyknit around the shoe here, you can see sort of different material. It's the same material, but it's just sort of like a different shade of color. Sort of like a plasticky print on here as well. Sort of hard to explain that. Going around it, there's the off-white trademark for Nike Air Vapormax, Beaverton, Oregon, USA. The text seems to be... Oh, what's in there? Oh, tissue paper. Oh, air bubble. Okay, that's okay. The text seems to be a little bit sort of slanted, but it's not too bad. Maybe when I put it on my foot, it's going to be sort of a little bit better. It might correct itself. On the back here, we have Vapormax, which is printed on. It's a little bit crooked, but it could be just like that. Let's have a look at the other one and just see. Yeah, see, that's a bit straight, and that's sort of a bit off to the side there, but small details, really. It's just, yeah, small details. Having a look at the tongue there. Nike sportswear made in China. Looking very sweet. Pull tab here, and yeah, the Flyknit material. Yeah, sort of like Prime Knit, very soft material. Soft but rigid though, it's quite a rigid shoe. Now here comes the part of the Vapormax which sort of puzzles me a little bit. Although it's designed for comfort and everything like that, honestly looks like stuff you would throw in a pool. Like, you know those inflatable pool rings and stuff? That's what they look like, but if they do the job, they do the job. Air Max branding written in there. Some grippy areas here. That's very grippy. So that should be no problems. I shouldn't slip and fall anytime soon. The Vapormax areas here, all good. And you can see sort of the inside through there, some little detailing there. Bit of a dent there. Shouldn't be a problem. Looks pretty solid, and you can see all the little details here and all that sort of stuff. And can you see through the... I'm pretty sure you can, actually. It's really hard, but you can see through the sole, which is pretty cool to see. Very weird sole, I'll say that, but hey, if it provides more cushioning and comfort and all that sort of stuff, I'm all for it. Pulling out these, they have convenient little pull tabs. I always like to do this. Not climactic enough. I want it to go pop. Inside of the shoe, let's have a look at the... Oh, okay, that's a first. The tag is actually printed onto the insole. US 11, there's the code there, which is AA3831001. I'll have to check that later. 23rd of the 3rd, 2017, these were supposedly made. There's the Vapormax printing on the insole. Looks fine. And the insole is pretty much... It's got a bit of cushioning to it. Nothing too fancy, but with that printed on there, that is a first. Because I was expecting it to be in here, but yeah, I was wrong. So there's a little hole just cut out there. So we have black stitching all around the inside, as I call it cross stitching. Could be called something else, but I'm not too sure. There's a little stray thread just here. If I can grab it, there it is. I can't see anything in there that looks off. It looks very clean inside there, I'm going to say. It actually does look quite clean. Having a look at the tongue, a little bit better there. You see the stitching details and all that sort of stuff, and all the multiple holes. I don't know how you can put a whole bunch of shoelaces through there, but be creative people. Anyways, the same thing goes with the other shoe. There's an air bubble thing, get rid of that. Pretty much exactly the same as that one. Oh, it's got the Nike swoosh printed in here instead of Air Max, so that is one difference. Otherwise, it all looks pretty much the same. The sole looks the same. The knitting all looks the same. Does the text look the same? I'm going to compare the images in a second to these shoes because I can see a few things that are a bit off, but the print on this side here, you can see, yeah, it's a little sort of like that. A little bit of the X is missing. Look, it's not too bad. For the price, it's definitely good. These shoelaces actually say shoelace on them, whereas the neon green and neon orange ones didn't say shoelace on them, so that's one little detail. There's also no cable tie tag on these as well. I mean, I wasn't expecting one, so this is just stitched onto here. Man, off-white can be weird sometimes. The knitting here looks a little sort of off. Once again, if I put them on foot, they might sort of shift over just a little bit, but otherwise they look pretty good for what they are. Now I'm going to consult online and just have a look at some of the pictures of these and tell you guys what I can see. If you can see anything that's different, let me know, but I'll just go around these quickly and just see if I can see anything different. First noticeable thing that I can see is the stitching on the Nike swoosh. It is supposed to be a very white stitching pattern that goes along here, but this is a grey sort of pattern. It gets a little bit white here and a little messy just there. It's supposed to be the exact same colour as the swoosh, but it's not. A little bit messy there too. The orange tag is too orange. It's too fluorescent, whereas it's supposed to be sort of a very muted orange. Same thing happened with the off-white Air Jordan 1s that I reviewed earlier. Having a look at the Air font here, it actually pretty much matches. I would say that this is on point. It may not be in the exact right location. It might be just off a little bit. It's not too bad. That's all things considered. That's probably the least of my worries there. Having a look at the text, I actually think that the text on the fake looks better than the text on the real deal. Here's an image of what the real deal looks like. Now have a look back at mine. The font just disappears in the fly knit, whereas here you can actually read what it has to say. That's a bit strange. Also, the font is a little off. The real deal actually looks worse than what this does. I'm serious. That's one thing. Looking sort of closer at the fly knit material, I'm looking at the real deal and I can see this top shade sort of drops down a little bit further than what it does here. And also this part joins into the sole just a little bit less than what this has. This is quite big where it's sort of supposed to sort of just go like that. Once again, it's just minor details. And then actually around here, there's actually glue marks around here. There's very minimal marks on the fake ones, whereas on the real deal, I can see them. This material here as well looks like it's supposed to be a bit worn out, whereas this looks very clean. The little loops for the shoelaces as well, I believe they're supposed to be two. There is two there, so that is all matching up. So pretty much the only things that I'm seeing here is definitely the fly knit being a little off. You can definitely see that that's supposed to just come down a little bit more. It doesn't, unfortunately. And just a few small little details like the white stitching on the swoosh and everything. Very minor details. As I said, my channel mainly focuses on getting the best things I can for cheap. And as I said, for $44 US for these, I think I got a pretty good deal. And even though it says no box and I asked for a box, they provided one. So I'm very happy with that. And just another note as well, the tongue is a muted white as well. And this swoosh here is actually bright orange when I don't look at it through the camera. When I look at it through the camera, it's a muted orange, which you can see. But when I look at it, yeah, it's a neon orange. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the on-foot segment, try these on, walk around in them for a little bit, give you some narration on how they feel, and then I'll give you my conclusion on these $44 fake off-white Vapormax shoes.
Here they are on foot. One note I have to say is that they are just a little bit small. They might be a US 10.5, but they still fit me fine and I will have no issues wearing them for a long amount of time. Otherwise, they are super comfy kicks, very grippy, heaps of cushioning, and that sole definitely is doing its job. They're also very sturdy and don't feel like they're going to fall apart. Everything is very solid and in place. And as I mentioned previously in the video, the text and other little details do meld to your foot once they're on and puts the shoe into a better proportion altogether. Still not one-to-one, but close enough for the price. I have to give credit to the seller for sending these out so damn fast and having them arrive in like a week. It's just always great.
Well, there you go. That's what they look like on foot. Sorry about the low quality footage. Had to film in my kitchen again because it's night time and, well, there's no light outside. Anyways, guys, that is all I've got to cover on these shoes. Thank you very much for watching this review. Sorry it was sort of dragged out. I just wanted to see all the little details and everything like that on these shoes, and I think I've covered most of it pretty well. So if there's anything I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will be shoes. It's very consistent now. Shoes. It definitely is.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you got through some really cringy old s'mores. If you liked it though, leave a like. If not, then feel free to dislike. I'll see you in the next one.